shaking, my fellow meanderers? We're off on another one. Tripping straight to the coast, back to Navarro Beach. We did a video if you want to check that one out. A couple back, I believe two back. But yeah, we ran into some issues at the old homestead. Had a clogged drain. Waited for the technician to come on out, take care of that, and decided that the hell, it's supposed to be pretty warm. Supposed heat wave coming through. Looked up the beach, 61 degrees. Sounds great. So we're on our way. Knuckleheads are back there loaded up. Miss Meander's in the passenger seat. We'll be there shortly, and if we come upon anything new, we're going to be sure to take you along with us. So stay tuned. All right. Well, we made it. Record time too. Like 3 hours, but it's windy as usual here and packed. As you can see behind me, there's cars lined up there. A bunch of vans, campers. And we got some kites up in the air. Pretty cool to see. Yeah, we're gonna get these knuckleheads watered up and then go for a little walk on the beach. And as I said earlier, if you want to check out the spot, video 2 back from this one, before the Phantom, chasing down the Phantom, we have tons of action. It was Lily's first time here at this beach, and her reaction and everything, seeing the ocean and the crashing waves. It was a pretty cool video. You should check it out. But yeah, since we've already done some stuff here, we're just gonna enjoy it, let the knuckleheads run around, get a little sunshine, and contemplate where we might decide to go stay for the evening. We just, like I said, sudden, just spontaneous outing, and no plan, no reservations. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all, catch you after a bit. All right, well, that place was a circus, but we were fortunate enough to get to the end of the beach and have a good area by ourselves for a while and look for agates and whatnot and let the knuckleheads run around. Yeah, we decided we weren't gonna stay there the night. There were so many people, just who knows who was actually staying and wasn't. So now we're taking a nice little stroll down to Cabrillo Point Lighthouse. The dogs are dragging me along as usual, and down in the bottom of the road there's Miss Meander. We gave her a head start since we walk super fast. We'll catch her in no time. It's a half-mile walk down here to the lighthouse and back, so nice little mile jaunt. Stretch our legs a little bit. Stirred up some wildlife. A little deer moving around out there. Oh. Yeah, she's checking us out. Oh, it's the Lightkeepers Museum and restrooms there. Just made it down here. Really pretty spot, really cool spot to relax when there's not crowds around. Getting later in the evening, it's pretty much by itself, and then there's the lighthouse down there in the distance. Yeah, so apparently these old lighthouse keepers' quarters are rentals. Could you imagine? What an awesome spot to stay and just relax. I'm sure they're I'm sure they're a nice, hefty chunk of change, though. Probably a month's mortgage to stay for a couple days. Super nice area, though. Like I said, it's nice, it's quiet, everybody's kind of clearing out, going to have dinner. And we're just meandering around checking it out. We'll worry about dinner and finding somewhere to stay after a while. Alright guys, we're going to get down here to the lighthouse. The dogs are dragging me there. Well, yeah, there's the small little lighthouse, and they've got the light going. There it comes around.
A few moments later.
Looks like there's a little cave inlet that goes in right there. Come on, Riggs. It's like some bull kelp down there. Just like an alcove. Careful, Riggs. Oh, there's a little cave right there, though. That's cool. Super neat spot. I gotta back up though, these knuckleheads they like to look too. It's crazy. They have no fear. I have to watch them. Riggs is eyeballing one of the seagulls now, thinking he's gonna get it. Come on, buddy. There you go. What do we got going on here? It says Aquarium Marine Science Exhibit. Oh, look who's in there checking stuff out. I'm just gonna run through here real quick and check it out. You guys can pause and zoom in and check the stuff out a little closer if you'd like, if need be. This sign here says that this was the blacksmith carpenter shop built in 1908 through 1909. It was the first building constructed at the Point Cabrillo light station. They must have used this as the workshop and the blacksmith to build the lighthouse. Taking care of tide pools. It's got that sign there. It says marine debris from land and sea. This is all stuff that's been found on the beach. That's a chiton. It says chitons are members of the gastropod family, meaning stomach foot. They glide around on the tide pool floor on their one muscular foot. Pretty cool. And they got a little local artwork, it looks like here. Some whale signs and answers, and then they got some whale food, krill and brine shrimp. elephant seal tooth, whale stuff, orca tooth down in there, it looks like too. I actually have a elephant seal tooth at the house that I found on a beach here in Northern California. Some cool stuff up there. Pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. Really interesting. I've always been kind of into all this kind of stuff with the ocean creatures and sea dwellings and stuff. Sorry, squirrel. Just look at the aquarium. Let's go check out. See what they got in here. There's a little sign there. It says it's an eco-friendly LED lighting, so that all the sea life and stuff in there can survive. And a bunch of the different critters that are in there. Cockerels, leopard dorids, sea clowns, a sea lemon. Unfortunately, the glass on the aquarium's pretty murky and I can't do anything about that. It's just some more of the critters that are in there. And just some more information boards, lots of info. Lots of info, a bunch of different starfish. Shallow tide pool hermit crabs. They got some hermit crabs in there somewhere. Looks like I see one over here in the corner. Pretty cool little tiny display. Get some information. I'm sure kiddos just love it, right? You know. But cool. Let's get out here and go check out the lighthouse. Well, here's the lighthouse, Point Cabrillo. I would go inside, but they have signs, no filming. They probably don't really care, but there's no drone signs and everything around. So, and it's just a gift shop. There's just knickknacks and socks and doodads and all that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty cool little building. I'm trying to tangle Miss Meander up in the dog leashes. The dog's about roped her. But yeah, it's pretty sweet little half-mile jaunt. If you have a handicap placard, you can drive down here and park. So yeah, there's always that option. You can get down here one way or another. So we're gonna go ahead and mosey on back to the van and see about finding a spot to crash out for the evening. All right, y'all. We'll catch up with you after a while. Another little sweet spot, man, for swimming. I'm sure they don't let you now, but it's pretty cove. Inlet from the ocean comes in right there. It's a really cool little spot there.
1 hour later.
Well, foiled. We got to the spot I was thinking of. It's packed. A lot of guys out fishing. You can cruise down. It's more of a local spot. You kind of need to know if you know, if you kind of know, kind of thing. And we found it years ago, just kind of meandering around, poking around. And cool spot though. All these flowers, and it's just tucked in here off the highway, but you have to know where you're at and where to turn off, because it's totally camouflaged. It doesn't look like anything, but it's a sweet spot. But yeah, out around this rocky point out to the left, there's 4 or 5 four-wheel drive trucks and campers. Yeah, it's a little bit crowded. We would stay. We were contemplating it, let the dogs run around for a minute, but it's just a little too crowded, too tight. So we don't want to step on any of the locals' feet either. So we're gonna cruise on, see what else we can find. All right, later. Well, we managed it. We got our little sneaky spot. Unfortunately, the beach one didn't work out. That was awesome. That would have been great. But we were able to swoop into this little pull out with it. It looks like it's an old access to the Navarro River that's been long ago consumed by nature, taken back. Knuckleheads are scoping stuff out and marking territory as usual, but yeah, so there's the old gate. It's still open. It just gets overgrown behind me. It goes to like a single track, like a little deer trail. Getting the bed ready, but you can kind of hear cars going by on the highway, but right in front of us, we just kind of tucked in around the corner. Unseen, can't see us from the road, so, and it's 8:30, so we're just gonna, yeah, call it an evening, and that'll be that. So we're gonna get some food on. I'm starving, and get the dogs fed and all that, and we'll catch up with you guys in the morning and see what the day brings. All right, y'all. Good night. Just gonna relax, watch this movie, and all the doggos, and everybody's all accounted for. So we are gonna watch this movie and then hit the hay. Good night. Good morning, good morning. Definitely not bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Didn't get much sleep last night. The dogs are restless. I'm looking a little worse for wear, but we got coffee going. Dishes are done from last night. I did not even feel like doing dishes last night. After we got done eating, it was get in there and watch a movie and fall asleep for a little bit, then wake up and not go back to sleep. But it's all right. We're gonna get this coffee in us. The knuckleheads kind of eating breakfast, but coffee's just about done dripping. Double dose of the creamer, and I think we're out of here. We're gonna call that a successful trip. Yesterday was awesome. Had a great time. Now it's just drive home and get back to the daily duties. All right, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one, unless something interesting happens. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention. Check engine light came on in Mini. So yeah, that's fun. Pretty sure it's just an O2 sensor, so no worries. No tow truck. Knock on wood, but yeah. This trip was fun, but had its hiccups as well. It's life, though. That's how it goes, right? All right, everybody. Take care. Don't forget, get out there and meander. Here, there, or everywhere. Catch you on the next one. All right. Well, guess what, y'all? Had to jump back on here. There's more. So we're cruising back home, and got some coffee in me, washed away the grump stick, and it's just been such a nice drive. This sun coming up and not much traffic, which is nice. But then these views, oh, always doing it with my hand. I told you I'll figure it out one of these times. But look at all this. I just had to pull over and share this view. And then with Minnie, the check engine light's still on, but I checked everything and it seems to be going fine, but it's still doing its thing. The knuckleheads wanted to say bye. Oh, yep. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Let you know what happens with the van.